It all seems to be at the moment jobs for the boys, doesn't it? Let me come to this from a sort of classical point of view. Do you remember the fifth labour of Hercules is the cleaning of the Augean stables? And what Hercules does is to divert a river through these ordure-filled stables and clean the stables that way. So there's a company. There's a company which is uh, which George Eustace, who used to be the Environment Secretary before Therese Coffey made it so much of her own thing, and and presided over the spillage of sewerage into the Channel. George Eustace was there, and George Eustace presumably was as useless as Therese Coffey, except we didn't notice. And now George Eustace, still an MP, I think, he's to take on a consultancy role for Augean from September 2024. So somebody who was involved at the very top of government in waste management is now presiding over a waste management firm, and the Advisory Committee on Business Appointments, ACOBA, has given him permission to take on this role as a strategic advisor, responsible for strategic counsel on how to navigate existing permitting and regulatory regimes. It's it just seems squalid that people who are in government or were in government are then given these top jobs to manage the businesses which have been rapped on the knuckles for getting it wrong. And yes, of course, we really want businesses to get it right. We really want businesses to conform. But I don't think we want to see ex-ministers creaming it off and getting these extraordinary sinecures for their connections with the Parliament of the past. Of course, that's always how it's been, but I think we need to flag it up. Every time it happens, we need to flag it up. Here's another job for the boys or the girls, and it's not based on qualifications, it's not based on experience, it's based on the fact that these people have been rubbing shoulders with those who made the laws, or they were in fact the people who made the laws. They don't have knowledge, they just know the rules, and they're going to encourage the companies that they are now linked to skirt around those rules. They know the loopholes. This is squalid. This is worse than the effluent that is being pumped into the sea under the nose of Therese Coffey. Worse than that. And it's been going on, of course, for years. It's been nodded through. If we are going to reform politics, this is one of the areas we need to reform.